My first sports memory started with basketball. Because I was so much bigger, I had to play up. If you look at like older pictures of me as a kid, I'm really skinny all out of nowhere, and I'm really pale. The only way that I've ever been really able to describe the pain was like somebody was stabbing me over and over again.
Really, we tried not to show emotion in front of him or the other kids. When he was in so much pain, there was nothing we could do to alleviate that. And as a parent, you just want to take the pain on yourself.
You never want to see your child struggle like that. So whether it be sports or whether it be going to school, you don't want to see anyone struggle.
We were always outside as kids. You would see him when he would come home and he was like sick, laying in bed, and you just felt bad for him.
I had just gotten my colonoscopy and I had a basketball game that night. I know my mom remembers this story. We were playing, I was running up and down the court, and immediately I was like, oh no. I like subbed myself out, ran right to the bathroom for like the rest of the half. And I came out and all my teammates were looking at me like, where did you go? It's kind of demoralizing.
He never wanted to say what the kids were saying to him, but as an adult, you can only imagine.
They kept putting me on prednisone basically anytime that I got sick. And nowadays I kind of know that that's just a Band-Aid over a much bigger problem. It was painful for me, and a lot of the things that we had to do, whether it was getting blood drawn or certain shots. Throughout my life, I've kind of learned to live with it and learned that it's kind of part of making sure that I'm healthy. But as an 11-year-old kid going through that stuff, you know, it was heartbreaking. I got introduced to Dr. Cohen. It was a great experience from the start.
I told them that usually we have patients who are that young see the pediatric doctors, but he's big enough to get in because he's bigger than me.
He had asked a lot of questions that I didn't previously get asked, and it made me feel like I was the only patient in his group.
My most senior mentor, as many of us at University of Chicago, was Dr. Joseph B. Kersner, and Dr. Joe taught us all that you really have to listen to the patient. The patient is the center of everything, and then you adjust your approach and treatments to that patient.
During the summer that I decided I wanted to go into medicine, I was taking classes, and one of the coaches came up to me in the morning. He was like, hey, you know, we're looking for some bigger guys. I've seen you play a couple times in the rec. Do you want to come out and practice? And, you know, we can see where it goes. And I said, I have to go to class, but, you know, I can come up to your office after.
Ramblers can get to 100 here. Now DiNardi.
I told most of the guys about my Crohn's and that, you know, at any time I could end up needing to sit out, and they were always supportive of it. And that was really great because, you know, not only from the guys, but from the coaching staff.
Loyola Chicago to the Alamo City.
They were telling parents, oh, you can come down on the floor. So we're all kind of scooching our way, and security guards are like, no, no. And here comes Nick, hops over, and he just comes up and gives me the biggest hug, and we were just crying like, I can't believe it. We are going to the Final Four, like every kid's dream. And that hug was really, really unbelievable.
We've been doing research for a long time through the University of Chicago, through the Gastrointestinal Research Foundation, or GIRF. Over time, we've made big steps through GIRF-funded research. I say this is actually the most exciting time for us because we're probably going to be leading to breakthroughs that don't just affect Crohn's and colitis, but actually can profoundly affect human diseases.
He's been a huge advocate for individuals who do have IBD, which has made me really proud as a sister.
Giving back is really important to me. Being a part of the GI Research Foundation's Associates Board, helping with Bigger Than Basketball, and patient advocacy is one of the biggest things, and all three of those tie in together and allow me to try and have an impact on others with Crohn's and colitis. Dr. Cohen has always been a blessing to me, and so I want to thank all the people that are on these teams, and if you guys can help contribute to continuing to push the forefront of medicine.